Growth mindset is a concept pioneered by Stanford University professor of psychology Carol Dweck. The concept generally separates people into two views of the world, those with a growth mindset and those with a fixed mindset. People with a fixed mindset tend to believe that intelligence is stagnant. You are born with a certain level of intelligence and nothing can be done to change that. These people tend to blame others and give up easily when work becomes difficult. Those with a growth mindset tend to believe that intelligence can be grown and nurtured. They embrace challenges and use failures as an opportunity for learning. Teaching our students to embrace the concept of growth mindset and start transitioning from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset is important to enhance their learning. As Carol Dweck says in her book, Mindset, The New Psychology of Success, people in a growth mindset don't just seek challenge, they thrive on it. The bigger the challenge, the more they stretch. By helping our students develop a growth mindset, we can encourage them to seek challenges and learning. To effectively use growth mindset in the classroom, we must help students recognize their mindset. Do they have a fixed or growth mindset? We will encourage students to actively engage in the process of learning and not to be fixated on the end result. We will help students to identify areas of improvement and help them make a plan for that improvement. It is up to us to create a growth mindset classroom. There are 4 steps outlined to help make a change from a fixed to a growth mindset. The first step is to learn to hear your fixed mindset voice. Try to be aware of your own voice in your head. When you hear a fixed mindset voice in your students, draw their attention to it. The next step is to recognize that you have a choice. When students exhibit a fixed mindset, remind them that they have a choice in how they attack the issue and the next steps. The third step is to talk back with a growth mindset voice. Ask students if the issue they are concerned about is something they can change. If it is something they can change, encourage them to make a plan. Ask themselves, what can I do? What resources can I use to help? Who can I ask for help? The final step is to take the mindset action. Activate the plan. If there's nothing they can do to change the outcome, they should analyze the changes they can make so they can do better next time. The concept of yet is important in a growth mindset environment. In her video, Developing a Growth Mindset, Dweck notes that just the words yet and not yet after a student has a setback creates greater confidence and greater persistence. The word yet empowers students not to give up and to believe that they can improve. As a school, we use a 1 to 4 grading scale where 3 means the student has met the standard, 2 means they're almost there, and a 1 means they haven't met the standard. I would like to change our focus on that 1 to the student has not met the standard yet. Make space in your teaching for focusing on the word yet. One activity you can do with your students is make a list with them of things they will learn this year. Shoe tying, long division, things like that, and focus on the things I can't do yet. Revisit the list a few times a year to see what skills they've learned. Another way to focus on yet is to give kids agency over their own learning by incorporating some of the concepts in the universal design for learning. We can encourage students to take control over their learning by giving them choices about how to access information and giving them choices about how to demonstrate their learning. We can use resources to present the concepts of growth mindset directly to our students. This is an example of a video from Class Dojo about the concept of growth mindset, and it is appropriate for the younger grades. For older students, we can use a PowerPoint like this with accompanying exercises. It does a good job at introducing the idea that practicing something difficult improves brain connections and strengthens the brain. There are many opportunities during our day to reinforce the concepts of growth mindset. Younger grades can utilize morning meetings to talk about growth mindset and check in with students on opportunities for improvement. In older grades, teachers can utilize weekly meetings. All teachers can look for opportunities to encourage students to have a growth mindset, especially when we hear them exhibiting a fixed mindset. One of the best ways we can incorporate the concept of growth mindset on a constant basis is to be sure that we are continually attending to rigor in our lessons. It is up to us as educators to incorporate rigor and help the students reach success at all levels. In recognizing and overcoming false growth mindset, Dweck calls on teachers to tell the truth. It is helpful to celebrate students' efforts, but in the end, we need to acknowledge when they are not learning. She also notes that in a growth mindset classroom, students can develop their abilities. Teachers can facilitate this by giving students meaningful work, honest and helpful feedback, advice on future learning strategies, and opportunities to revise their work and show their learning.